Let's start our timer. Yes, our timer is starting. Ooh, I want a break. 55, 54. Ooh, I want a break. Okay, we see it stops. That's good. Okay. And now reset. So let's get into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new variable, and what this is going to represent is whether our timer is running or not. And basically that's going to start off equal to false because our timer is not running at the very beginning when we start this program. So what we're going to do is we're also going to create two new buttons. So we can actually copy the code over here. So we can call this a pause button to pause timer. And we can say something like pause timer. And that will call pause timer. And then we can do the same thing like a reset button. Make this bigger to reset timer. And we can just update reset. Oh, I need to change this to pause. When you copy code, people. Okay. There we go. That looks better. Reset. And then reset timer. And then we'll call reset timer. Okay, great. So then if we run our code, we're going to see those buttons appear. Great. Pause timer and reset timer. So now what we actually want to change. So we're actually going to update all of the methods we have so far, because is timer running is kind of a universal thing that our program is going to use because it represents that basic state of like, is our timer running? So for example, start timer. If our timer is not running, then what we can do is, get that number from the user and we can call update timer. So let's create an if statement. Then what we can do is continue doing what we were doing before. And then we can also update is timer running, because when we start the timer, our timer is now running. So that's going to be equal to true. Great. So now what we can also do is let's actually go to update timer and change this logic here. So for example, now if the time left in seconds is greater than 0 and our timer is running, then we want to do all of this. And then we can also change this else to an else if. So else if, our timer is running, what we want to do is continue to do what we were doing before, but also this represents when we're kind of at like 0, 0, 0, 0. So, we're at the end of our timer. Now our timer is not running. So we can update this variable here, and self.isTimerRunning is now equal to false. Okay, great. So now let's work on pause timer. So what this could look like is basically that variable we've been using, self.isTimerRunning. When you pause it, our timer is not running. So that's going to be equal to false. And then we can have like a message box appear on the screen, and it could say something like, enjoy your break. So let's use messagebox.showInfo. And we can say something like, the title could be break time. And then the message could be, enjoy your break. Okay, cool. And then once the user clicks OK, so that message box will close, now our self.isTimerRunning is now going to be equal to true. We can keep running our timer now. So let's actually start this. Okay, cool. So what we can do is start timer. Okay, looking good. Oh wait, I need to go get a snack. Let me pause the timer. Yay! Enjoy your break. Oh my gosh, thank you. I will enjoy my break. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I came back with my snack. I'm ready to work again. Beautiful. But now let's implement like reset timer so that button can work. So we can close that out. And now how reset timer will work. What we can do is we're going to use that self.isTimerRunning. That is going to be equal to false because we want to reset it. And then we can just copy some, what am I doing? We can copy some code from over here. Yeah, okay, so self.timerRunning is equal to false. On the screen, we want it to say 0000. We don't want any music to play either. I'm not too sure if we need this right now, but let's use that as well. And then also our time left in seconds. If we're resetting it, that's now going to be equal to 0. Okay, cool. So let's try this out. Let's play around, see if it works. Okay, cool. Let's start our timer. Yes, our timer is starting. Ooh, I want a break. 55, 54. Ooh, I want a break. Okay, we see it stops. That's good. Okay. And now reset. Beautiful. Yes. What's the command for it again? Confetti. Yes, we did it. Okay, cool. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, definitely subscribe, because more videos are coming in this series. I think next what we're going to work on is got a great suggestion from a user. I think her name's Olivia, and she was like, oh, what if we have motivational quotes throughout? So I think it'd be really cool when you pause the timer, instead of saying enjoy your break, maybe it's a motivational quote to get you to come back. So I think that would be really cool, and we'll implement that next time.